I love FPS games as much as the next guy. I've got hours upon hours upon hours on games like Rainbow Six Siege, Valorant, etc. But while I was browsing the Steam market, I really did find something truly amazing. This game would be called Guilty Gear Strive, and for someone who's always been an FPS junkie like myself, some reason I really wanted to play this game. So the first question I had to myself is, how hard can it be? Apparently I'm playing a story game because I don't get to play at all. I really didn't know much about fighting games besides the flashy moves and combos, but besides that, all I knew to do was fight. I still have a lot of unanswered questions. What makes a character good? What makes a character bad? What makes a character unique? And controller's surely the best, right? Hello? Oh, I see. Perfect. So it does turn out a lot of people do use controller. You're meant to use the analog sticks. What do you mean it's better so you don't miss input? And I basically just said no. Yeah, like I wasn't gonna do that. I'm not using D-pad. No. My introduction to fighting games or just Guilty Gear in general wasn't too bad. I managed to join a Discord server with a bunch of Guilty Gear Strive players who were more than welcome to help me. And honestly, I don't think you need the server. It was just something that really helped me out. You can always watch YouTube guides, etc. But I managed to find a guy named King who really helped me out learn May, which was a character in Guilty Gear. She uses dolphins and she has a big anchor, etc, etc. But I really struggled with these core mechanics like charge characters where you have to hold a direction for a certain amount of time until you can fling it the other way to do your move. But over time you kind of get an understanding of how this works, and hours turned into huge developments of me hitting large combos, understanding mechanics way better, and just you see that large improvement over time, and especially that massive good feeling of just hitting a fat string. There's nothing that I've ever done that has compared to it. It's so just increasingly fun playing for hours on end, seeing yourself improve. And honestly, the skill ceiling wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought I would have to play for 6 months straight before I'd beat someone, or 10 hours straight every day until I can see improvement. But no, it's actually pretty fast improvement, and it wasn't too bad compared to how bad people really say the entry level is. And for someone who had basically no experience on fighting games, it really wasn't that hard to enter. Maybe it was a Guilty Gear Strive thing, but for me, it personally worked out. As usual, I was still confused. How was my teacher doing this combo so consistently? And basically, one of the people teaching me, Tonic, I basically gave him a call on Discord and asked, how? How do you keep landing that combo so consistently?
Oh, I just play on a hitbox.
What's a hitbox? What?
It's a controller that's just a box you put on your lap with a bunch of buttons. Kind of like an arcade stick, but instead of a stick, you use buttons for movement.
So you're telling me you can use another controller besides like a PS4 controller?
Yeah.
I would buy one if it wasn't like $300.
You know you can use your keyboard too. It's not as cool, but it's a nice budget option that's like a trial run for hitboxes.
Keyboard kinda sounds better, so I guess I'll give it a shot.
Just remember, the best controller to use is whatever feels most comfortable for you.
With my new discovered knowledge, I decided, why not try keyboard? And I wanted to use it on one of the hardest characters in Guilty Gear, Zato. Zato is a puppeteer character, which you control yourself and your shadow, and I really thought keyboard is broken. I'm thinking, hey, if it's that hard to miss input, surely I can play the hardest character with ease. Which, to be honest, had some truth. I really didn't find it that hard to play Zato. I really didn't. I think keyboard or hitbox in this instance is really broken. It's really easy to pick up characters, it's really easy to do inputs, and it's really easy not to mess up your combo. Keyboard was really fun for me and a very different experience from someone who's predominantly always used analog stick based controllers. But oh my god, is keyboard just a dopamine rush. Here's a bit of audio from me playing keyboard. As you can tell, I really did enjoy keyboard. I found it much easier to do aerial moves and aerial combos and go from aerial to ground combos, etc, etc. But I really did find it enjoyable. But there was one issue I had with the keyboard. Because I have a custom tactile keyboard, it begins to hurt my fingers a shit ton because the buttons are so heavy to press over time because the switches are heavier than usual. It does get pretty painful on your fingers after playing for 4, 5, 6 hours. But to be fair, that was because I was grinding it out. It couldn't not be an issue if I took a break. But maybe I should have got a hitbox. Maybe I shouldn't have. But honestly, I would recommend a levelless controller, at least to try it out at one point of your fighting game experience. Over time, for playing weeks and weeks on end, I started to gain a couple of opinions and just what I personally thought about fighting games. It really is an enjoyable experience overall, and having different controllers, like going from controller to keyboard, it really is fun and it gives you a different experience of the game. But I would personally never spend money on a controller. Like, who's gonna buy a controller? Like, just for a fighting game?
What was that? A package?
I wonder who mysteriously bought this $200 arcade stick. I don't know. But I'd only been playing fighting games for 2 weeks up to this point, and I really wanted to buy an arcade stick because I had a store near me which had a bunch of arcade machines like Street Fighter and stuff like that, and I used to always play on them and I used to find it enjoyable. The difference between an arcade stick and just analog in general is the notches. So they have small little groovings that help you not miss input as easy. You can obviously still miss input because you have to move around a little joystick, but it's a lot harder. And my experience on a joystick wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. Actually, some of the muscle memory from playing on those machines carried over. But enough of the arcade stick, let's get to my final thoughts. My arcade stick I do currently play on till this day, and it is my main controller that I use. But I really also do wish I had a hitbox, because I really wanted to try that more. But maybe in the future we'll get one. Guilty Gear, I really would recommend it to someone who hasn't tried fighting games, or if you really just want a new fighting game, I really would recommend Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear for me personally is something I love and really enjoy. It has a vast amount of mods and characters and just lore in general, which is very enjoyable for anyone. I really would recommend playing Guilty Gear. And besides that, I'm really sorry that I haven't uploaded for 5 months. I've really been busy with school and other stuff. But I hope you can forgive me. I'll try to stay more consistent. Thank you for watching. It's been Psycho. Good night.